Surprise, surprise.
So amazing. Everyone, please welcome to the show, Ty Smith.
What is really your Fokios and Fokaramas? I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. If you are someone that's been subscribed to my channel for a long time, double check to make sure that you are. But if you are fairly new to the channel, get an idea of what this channel is about. What do? Go to my channel, click on playlist. All these different things I do on this channel. See all these different thumbnails? Those are all different categories of things that I do on this channel, from comedy to cooking to DIY when it comes to fixing cars. There's a lot of things I do on this channel. So check the channel out in its entirety before you subscribe. I'm pretty sure you'll find something on here that you like. What's going on, folks? Fokaramas. I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man. Welcome to my channel. I thank you guys for all coming out. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking time out your day to come over and check me out. Thank you all for continuing to support the channel and follow me. Don't forget, folks, you guys all have a cell phone that you got contacts in that cell phone, and you can share this channel with those contacts in your cell phone. When you do that, appreciate it. You are helping save the world. You are helping wake a lot of people up to dumbness. If you have people in your contacts that actually line up with a lot of principles that line up with you, and you like them to follow this channel, check me out here. Also check me out on Instagram as Modern Renaissance Man with the O in Modern being a zero. Check me out on Rumble as Modern Renaissance Man variety channel. Check me out on TikTok as Modern Renaissance Man, the O in Modern being a zero. Check me out on Instagram as The Real Ty Smith. I'm also on Facebook as Modern Renaissance Man. All right, folks, appreciate y'all being here. To those that have already donated through Cash App, God bless you. Thank you so much for your support. Is it needed? No. Is it appreciated? Most definitely. All right, folks. So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all been hearing this huge thing that's been going on right now when it comes to the president's son, who's the smartest guy he knows, Hunter Biden. I know. If y'all don't know, I posted on my Instagram. Hunter Biden pled guilty to weapons charge and also taxes. He owed $1 million in taxes for the year of 2017 and the year of 2018. And because he made a deal with the Justice Department, I guess, he's going to most likely not serve any jail time. What he's going to do, he will most likely get what they said is 2 years of probation. Should we be surprised at this? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Here's the game that you guys are going to see being played, because I'm starting to notice a thing that they do in this political world. They're going to say, well, why should he serve jail time? Trump committed crimes. You see how Trump is getting off? Well, yeah, these are the games that are going to be played in the political world. These are the things they're just going to throw out there just like that. But what about everybody else? What if you didn't pay your taxes? What would happen to you? Huh? What if you were like Wesley Snipes? What if you were like Lauryn Hill? What if you was like Fat Joe? What about Ja Rule? What if you was like Kodak Black? Who all those different people I just named together all had some shape, form, and fashion of not paying taxes and also going to jail / prison for those things. Weapons charge, and tax evasion. Didn't pay taxes, et cetera. They served time. Hunter Biden is not going to serve any time, is what they're predicting. If anything, most likely 2 years of probation, right? So after the news of that came out, President Biden said he is very proud of his son, Hunter Biden, who signed a plea deal on the federal tax charges. He's very proud. Well, you know, you got the Justice Department and all that in your back pocket and all that. I mean, how did we expect this to go? President Biden said Tuesday he's very proud of his son, Hunter Biden, who signed a plea deal on federal tax charges. A reporter shouted a question about Hunter Biden Tuesday afternoon as the president was discussing artificial intelligence in San Francisco in his first public speech since news of his son's plea deal became public. A reporter shouted, "Mr. President, have you spoken to your son today?" After Biden finished his speech, and asked the press to leave. The president gave a big smile and said, "I'm very proud of my son," echoing a statement from the White House earlier today. Hunter Biden will plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of willful failure to pay federal income tax. Fox News learned this today. Despite owing in excess of $100,000 in federal income tax each year, he did not pay the income tax due for either year, as the U.S. Attorney District Delaware C. Weiss office said. He will enter a pretrial diversion agreement regarding a separate felony charge of possession of a firearm by a person who is unlawful user or addicted to a controlled substance. Crackhead, dope fiend, clucker, hype. The president was scheduled to address his administration's commitment to seizing the opportunities and managing the risk of AI at the San Francisco Fairmont Hotel around 1 today. Blah, 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 blah. After his speech, the president will head to 2 campaign events before leaving for San Francisco. That was what the president, that was the president's response to this. Now, if y'all don't know who Bill Barr was, he was a person that was in there during Trump's campaign or during Trump's reign. And he was like what Merrick Garland in the Department of Justice. Former Attorney General says a key FBI document should be released as long as steps are taken to protect the confidential human source. I'm sorry, y'all. Bill Barr says Hunter's plea ups the ante on Department of Justice to release docs alleging Biden bribery scheme critical. So if y'all don't know what that's going on, there's been a lot of stuff that's been coming out, like bombshells, they call it, with President Biden. And they supposedly have proof and also possible audio recordings of Joe Biden with his foreign issues he's had. And y'all, look, I know we want to be hopeful, but I don't have no type of confidence. I have no confidence in anything that's going to happen. I just don't. I know we all were saying things like it's a shame that a sitting president with X, Y, and Z, I know Trump made go after Joe Biden them and do X, Y, and Z. I really wish he would have really did that with Hillary Clinton, but I digress from that. Former Attorney General William Barr said it's even more critical that the Department of Justice release a document alleging a criminal bribery scheme involving President Biden after a plea deal between prosecutors and the president's son, Hunter. The Justice Department announced on Tuesday that Hunter Biden will plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts. Just read it to y'all. Blah, 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 blah. Barr said the Department of Justice should cooperate with House Republicans demanding that the FBI release the FD 1023 form, providing necessary steps are taken to protect the life and safety of the confidential human source in the document. If y'all don't know this, a whistleblower came out and the FBI was saying they did not want to give the name of the whistleblower because they were pretty much saying his life can be at jeopardy. Now here, Barr said, I think AG Garland should move quickly with concrete steps to address it. He won't. The public needs to be assured that the 2 pending investigations about the Bidens, that one of the mishandling of classified material and the broader one in Delaware are being pursued with the same rigor as the case against Trump, is what Barr said. He said that the assurance is especially needed now because of the recent reports that the FBI whistleblower is suggesting some shenanigans possibly directed at undermining the Delaware investigation. In light of the slow pace of the investigation, these reports are frankly very concerning. Chairman Comer of key senators are trying to get to the bottom of this, he said. U.S. Attorney for Delaware David Weiss has been leading the investigation into potentially criminal business dealings by the president's son, Hunter Biden, for the better part of 4 years. 4 years when it came to Trump, boy, whoo. Anyway, as part of his plea deal on announcement too, the Department of Justice said that in its investigation that it's right now ongoing. Fox News Digital reported earlier this month that the contents of FD 1023 alleged that Joe Biden was paid $5 million by an executive of the Ukrainian natural gas firm Burisma Holdings, where his son Hunter Biden sat on the board, in a bribery scheme that involved influence over U.S. policy decisions, according to sources familiar with the document. The document dated June 30, 2020 is the FBI's interview with a highly credible confidential human source who detailed multiple meetings and conversations he or she had with top Burisma executives over the course of several years, starting in 2015. Excuse me, earlier this month, the FBI allowed the House Oversight Committee to review the document with redactions after Chairman James Comer, Republican of Kentucky, threatened to hold FBI Director Christopher Wray in contempt of Congress for initially defying a subpoena for the document. The House Republicans are still demanding the FBI release the documents. This is what I'm getting at right here. What's plan B for extracting this information out of the FBI? What is I'm serious, like what is plan B? What do you mean? So the Congress is demanding the FBI do this and the FBI can just say no and nothing happens to the FBI? I'm asking y'all. I'm not on that level of intelligence of knowing what goes on in the Congress world when it comes to them doing it. I don't know the laws or bylaws when it comes to that. When they say, I want X, Y, and Z from you guys, and the FBI can say, well, no. Then what can they do? So then who really what is the point of having all these so-called levels of government if they can't get the FBI to do X, Y, and Z? They can sit there, I'm about to get into some stuff. They can sit there and put out mandates and all this and make you wear stuff and try to force you to get some hokey pokies. You say no, you lose this, you lose that. You get dang on persecuted. You can't go eat certain places and all this. You can't hold on to a job. But the same government or government branches who demand that the FBI release this or give them that, the FBI can just tell them no. I'm just throwing it out there. Am I creating a scenario that don't make sense? Let me know. I told y'all, this is not my world when it comes to some of this political stuff. I don't know all the laws and the bylaws when it comes to what Congress can and what Congress can't do, what they can get and what they can't get. All right. So anyway, back to this. Under these circumstances, I think AG should consider providing Chairman Comer and the Senate supporters the 1023 report they've been seeking, subject to terms necessary to protect the life and safety of the confidential source. Barr previously told Fox News that his tenure, the FD 1023 document, was reviewed by U.S. Attorney Scott Brady and his team in Pittsburgh as part of the screening process to determine the relevance of this information. Barr said there was no sign of the FD 1023 to be disinformation and was therefore routed to Trump's appointed U.S. Attorney Weiss in Delaware, who was and still is working a probe focusing on Hunter Biden. It's murky, he said. I know the DOJ has a strong policy against sharing these raw reports, and for good reason. Any FBI director would have had raised about turning it over, and I think he did his best to accommodate Chairman Comer, is what Barr said. But the Attorney General is ultimately in charge and should make the call how far to go here because of the unique situation and the need to weigh and balance the public interest involved. There might be specific factors here that call for restrictions, but otherwise the overall situation warrants leaning forward, he said. Here's my thing, guys. With all of this going on, one thing, I hate that these things are happening. I really do. But this, I feel, is going to cause the American people, we are just not going to have no trust in the government, the FBI, the CIA, the presidents, no matter who. Even if the next election come around and the guy that you want to win will win, we still have just gotten to a point to where we just losing trust in everything because almost all these different things that used to be truth. Y'all heard the thing, we hold these truths self-evident there and you don't have to have evidence no more. We hold these truths self-feelings is what it is. The reason why I'm saying all that, because look what we have branched off into. We are literally a culture of willful ignorance. We are a culture of willful deceitfulness, if you want to call it. We don't even want the truth. We don't even want to have anything in documents that say we hold these truths self-evident. You don't even have to. You don't have to have no evidence. You can just say. Y'all know what I'm getting at. So what I'm saying is that we got so many crazy things going on that people can be convinced there's something that they're not. People can one day be this and one day be that. People can go into whatever restroom they want to, no matter the dangers. People can dress up in certain ways and go read it for your kids. And then you end up finding out that a good percentage of those people that are reading to your kids dress up a certain way, that they are pedos. You got so much stuff going on that you just gotten to a point to where a lot of us that are looked at as being intelligent, we are really not all that intelligent. Common sense should not be looked at as being intelligent or smart. I get that a lot of you guys like my channel, you like what I do. I am intelligent to a certain extent. But a lot of things that you guys are, oh my God, you're so smart, y'all, that I'm really not when it comes to certain subjects, certain things that y'all call common sense. Common sense should not be considered being intelligent or smart. You go and see that there is a Nile River, and in the Nile River, it might have crocodiles. You see bodies of crocodiles in there. Somebody tell you, don't worry about it, because if you identify as a crocodile and go in there and swim, they're going to accept you as their own. Common sense is going to tell you, done lost your mind. I'm not about to go in there and die. Your common sense will tell you that. Well, Todd, that's a different scenario. But at the same time, why is it a different scenario? Because people know that really, if they go in there, they're going to die. Well, common sense will tell you, don't go and get certain things done to your body, get your child mutilated. Well, no, that won't cause them to die. Yeah, not right away, but eventually it will. In fact, what will happen if you went into the Nile River? What do you think your percentages of dying is going to be? Y'all answer that question as y'all want to. What do you think your percentage of dying is going to be if you got in the Nile River and there were some crocodiles in there? Some of y'all might make it, some of y'all may not. What do you think your percentage of dying is going to be if you get certain things done to your body, get your children mutilated at an early age, and as they grow up and all this stuff like that, and they mature and realize what you've done to them? What do you think their chances of staying alive is going to be? Some of them are going to make it, some of them not. Point is, if you never would have went in there and done it in the first place, you wouldn't have to have the question even raised if you're going to live or if you're going to die. Because common sense says, who would go in the water and do that? Common sense will say, who in their right mind would do this to a child who we know that we hold these true self-evidence that most people mature, especially young men, mature mentally around the age of 25. Most people, common sense will tell you that these children cannot make life-changing adult decisions. Common sense will tell you that. But no, there's no more for the need that we hold these true self-evident. Now, how am I relating it to what we're talking about right here? It's quite easy. Look what they're doing to one side versus what they're doing to the other side. Don't be surprised at this whole thing that's going on with Joe Biden, if this thing cooks up and they're trying to hold out on investigating it all the way up to we know stuff is going to kick into high gear this coming end of this year. It's going to kick into high gear. We're going to have other things that's going to happen. We're going to have other world events that may happen. We're going to have other things in the United States that's going to happen that's going to completely make you forget about them going into this Biden investigation. It's going to be some distraction there that's going to completely take us by storm. Maybe it's going to be another Trump event. Maybe it's going to be another Andrew Tate event. Maybe it's going to be another racial event. Maybe it's going to be another hero saving somebody's lives, and that hero is going to end up being charged for the M word, murder. Maybe he's going to be charged because he saved somebody's life. Maybe there's going to be another outbreak or something like that of a racial divide, a gender divide. Maybe there's going to be another shooting that's going to take place. It's going to have the word mass behind it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be something that's going to completely have you so distracted that you're going to forget that they're doing this right here. Do I expect something to come of this? Absolutely not. If they even find that all of this stuff is completely true, they got the evidence, it's like the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. I don't have enough trust in our justice system at all to think that something's going to happen. We want to know why? Because main things that happen within our world, especially up in the area where I kind of, and let me digress from telling y'all where I got a home at. But anyway, Chicago. I don't care, y'all. Why are you talking about Chicago? Because I live in Illinois. I have a lot of family that live in Chicago. We lived there before. So I'm going to talk about the place where I live. What, y'all want me to say Danville, Illinois? Y'all want me to say Decatur, Illinois? Y'all want me to say East Peoria? I'll throw them in there too. Point being is this. I've seen, and we all seen this, where criminals are doing what criminals do, committing crimes, and they're being petty on them, and they're having sympathy for them. Criminals are being stopped from doing criminal things by normal U.S. civilians, and the normal U.S. civilians are being deemed as the ones being criminal. Not common sense. So if they are letting these so-called criminals who y'all really don't even know get a slap on the wrist for some of the things they're doing, and if you do bring real justice to them, you're the enemy, what do you think is going to happen to somebody as a high-profile political figure like Joe Biden? What do you think really going to happen? All the evidence come out and it comes out to be deemed completely true. Everything. We get to hear tape recording and all that. Oh, now all of a sudden, he really do have some mental things going on. He can't even stand up for what he do. He don't even remember that. Anyway, let me get away from that, folks. Y'all already know I'm about to get into that. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all being here and rocking it out with me. I appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Appreciate the cash apps. Appreciate the super chats. I appreciate you guys subscribing to all my different channels. Again, those channels, go to the beginning of this video and you can know where you can find me at on different social media platforms, all right? Don't forget to hit that like button before y'all get out of here. Really, really appreciate it, all right? I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray that every last one of you guys, whether you like me or not, whether you're left or right, whether you're alphabet community or you're not, I really do hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also right here is where you can catch the next video, the latest video that I've done. But like right up here, this is stuff that I've done kind of in the past. So in this area, you might find a video that I've done in the past. It can be funny, it can be something serious. It does not matter. But this is something that you can also do to check out more material that I do in my channel, because I do a lot in this channel, all right? So again, appreciate everything from you guys. Keep on watching it, keep on supporting it, and God bless you all.